Welcome back.
Hi!
We're ready to go to 64. Our share play has been reset, so we're good to go for at least another hour. Now I think you can pretty much, there's no more like puzzle. To your
Exploration.
This part specifically, you need to go into the bathroom and spy on the meeting, but that's all you have to do before you move on, so just have fun, Ben.
I will.
Which is the point of this game. To have fun. Of all games. Hopefully.
Oh, so I watched some Final Fantasy 15 videos.
Were you looking at like just trailers and like announcement stuff, or were you watching like people play episode Duske?
I was watching people play because I couldn't find freaking trailers.
Oh, really?
Like as hard as I looked on YouTube, it was all gameplay trailers. I'm like, well, fine.
That's interesting. That's really interesting actually, because most of that stuff has been trailers. I mean, there's a lot of gameplay now too because the beta thing came out that people could play. So a lot of people made those, but did you watch mine? Oh, I guess mine's not online. Never mind. Sorry. But maybe if you look up, that'd be weird too, like Versus 13, which is the original name of it. But I don't know. There are some there are trailers out there, and they're good. There's some good trailers.
I'll have to watch those.
Yeah. We could play it. Like I think I could probably share play with you because I'm sure you don't have it because you have to have a different. You had to have gotten another Final Fantasy game to get the beta, the episode Duske. But we could play it. You can do a one-off and play it.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. It's a really cool game. Like that's one I'm super excited for, and it's not typical Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it does look very different from like the style of this.
Yes, definitely.
I'm also. How much did you like or dislike Final Fantasy 13?
Okay, here's how I would explain 13.
Okay.
I didn't dislike the game. Like I played the first two, and I have 3, and I'm inactively playing it. Like I'm working my way through it. So I've played the entire trilogy of 13 to this point. So I like it enough to do that. The games and stuff are good, and 13 is a very solid game. But where it goes wrong is I don't feel like it's a good Final Fantasy game because I don't care about any of the characters. The story is all hidden. Like, you know how people bitch about Destiny because all of the stories in the Grimoire cards?
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 13 is the same way. Where when you play Final Fantasy 13, it spoon feeds you the most important moments to get you through what you're supposed to be doing. But all of the backstory and the context of everything that's going on in that game is hidden in this encyclopedia that's built into the menu that you can go read. Which I did read.
It's in the game.
Yes, at least it's there.
Destiny.
It is in the game, but the game starts at a very critical moment in the universe of that series. And there's a lot of stuff that you should know going into that moment. Like, the Final Fantasy 13 starts with this thing called the Purge, where all these soldiers are rounding up Lassie, and they're putting them on trains and sending them away, and basically to camps. And Lightning comes in, who's the main character that you play as. She comes in and starts kicking ass and doing shit. And it's she's not even there to save people, really, but she's doing that inadvertently. And it's well, this is cool and stuff, but you literally don't understand what's happening. There's no context to it. But if you go and start reading all this stuff, it starts to make sense. But you have to read it, and the game doesn't force you to read it. So it's kind of cool in that sense because it's you only get what you only get out of it what you put into it. But it's a Final Fantasy game. The story should be practically the most important thing, really. That's what people play Final Fantasy games for. The mechanics and stuff are neat, and you want to understand the mechanics, and all the games have different mechanics, which is cool. But 13 is such a bland game outside of the gameplay that a lot of people didn't like it, and I'm with them. Like, this is not a good Final Fantasy game. It's a decent game. Like, I played the game and I enjoyed playing it, but it's also very like misdesigned. So like, you've played a good amount of this game already, and you can tell at this point that it is fairly linear. Like, it does kind of like, you need to go do this, and that's what you do, and like the path is kind of there, right? But at the same time, it's easy to go get lost, to go talk to people and do different things, and like the path isn't so linear that you're just going from point A to point B. There's always like stuff in between point A and point B that you can go kind of explore, right? In Final Fantasy 13, there's literally a map at the top right corner that you can see, and the area that you're playing in is like a hallway. And it literally goes from point A to point B, and you follow the hallway, and there are enemies all down the middle, and there's nobody to talk to. You're never in a town. There aren't like shops, really.
Gotcha.
And then, if that wasn't like, that's fine. You know, if they wanted to make a more linear Final Fantasy game, that's what they did, and that's great. But as soon as you hit chapter 12, I think, and there's like 13 chapters in the game, when you hit chapter 12, like at the end of chapter 11 is this big like climactic point, and really, as a storyteller, I'd probably call that Act 2, right? So like chapters 1 to 11 are all Act 1. And then they're setting you off in Act 2 on chapter 12. And what that is they put you into this big ass field where the map is just gigantic and endless. And they set you down, and they're like, okay, well, here you go. And you have no direction whatsoever. And the only thing you know is like, there's this big thing in the sky over there, that's what I need to go to. That's chapter 13. And if you try and do that, when you go into chapter 12 and try to go do chapter 13, you're going to get your ass handed to you because you're not nearly strong enough. So, literally, the game spends the first 80% of it. Like, as far as the chronological, like, aspect of the game, the first 80% is spent doing, like, 20% of the leveling up and the work. And then the last 15% of the game, before the final 5%, is 90% of the game. So it's like, you spent 15 hours going through this story and doing all this linear stuff and learning about the characters and all this stuff. None of it's even interesting because all the characters suck. Then they throw you into this field where it's like, okay, I've got to go from level 10 to 70 so I can go fight the final boss. And you're set to your own devices to do that. It's just like, do whatever you need to do. And it's so mismatched and just doesn't make any sense from a design standpoint that it's very awkward.
Look at Liga just sticking her ass out.
Yep, just chilling. And then chapter 13 goes back to the old way, where it's like, linear path, here's how you get to the boss, and fight him. And then the game's over. And it's like, well, some of this stuff is not like the other.
Interesting, because I was thinking of picking up a subscription to PlayStation Now.
Yes. Is it on there?
And playing through them.
Oh, that's cool. I wouldn't say not to. Like, it is a decent game. The battle mechanics are really cool. Like, the point of 13, when it came to that, they wanted to recreate what the Final Fantasy VII movie was like in a video game, which 13 was the first step of getting there. Like, 15 is not, like, now it looks like the movie when you play, which is awesome. 13 was the first step of, like, it's still sort of menu-based battling, but we're getting to, like, it looks more dynamic and your characters are reacting as if they're in a fight and things like. It was cool, but it was a pretty simple system. It was easy to figure out, and the difficulty of the game reflected that. They did Now, I will say, like, as much as I didn't care for 13, I did jump on the 13.2 and play it, and it was a lot better. I like 13.2 a lot.
Alright.
They did a lot more to make it more open-ended. The whole point of 13.2 is that the story gets even crazier. Like, if you thought you didn't understand what was happening in the first 13 because it didn't tell you anything, 13.2 is completely flips everything, because 13.2 is all about time travel. Which has no bearing on the first game at all. There was nothing about time in the first game. But 13.2, you play as Lightning's sister, so most of the characters don't even show up. And there's only 2 characters in that game. It's you and a guy, and you switch between them whenever you want. And the whole point is that the guy's a time traveler, and he comes and picks up Lightning's sister, and then you travel through time to do all these missions and quests and stuff. But that does what 13 didn't do, where it's like, you're in this world, you have access to this time machine, basically, and you can go where you want and do quests and, like, go to towns and talk to people and collect monsters or whatever, and it has that Pokemon aspect to it, which is really fun. Because, you play as her and him, and then you also have a third character, which is a monster that you have, and you have a party of monsters, so you can switch between them as you play. In battle, you can switch between the monsters and stuff, and they all have, like, it's all class-based. Like, all the 13 games are class-based. More so 2 and 3, because 1 just had every character and they're just there. But 2 and 3 have, like, direct classes, so it's like a monster could be like a magic user or a sentinel, which is like a tank, basically, or they can be attacker, or they can... It works out. It's fun. So that's Hojo. And there's Red 13. If you haven't figured it out yet, that's going to be your new character.
Yeah, I did figure that out.
Yep. So he's a dog. Or a wolf type thing.
Cool.
He's pretty cool. I don't usually use him a lot because he doesn't seem to have he doesn't have a very specific purpose like most of the other characters do. But he is a generally good character. Like, he's a good.
Then I definitely know what to name him.
Yeah.
Yep. Uh-oh. Are things gonna go boom? What are you doing?
Wow.
There we go. Good job, little pup. You're nothing special, but you're strong. According to Mike here.
I wonder if he does have a specific stat or something he's really good at. Maybe he's a good thief. Tifa's always the strong thief because of her dexterity until you get Yuffie later. But
Gotcha.
And Yuffie actually is a thief in class, so she's good at it. Maybe Red 13's a good thief too.
Alright.
Oh yeah.
Who should I count on?
Yeah, now you're picking someone to leave your party,
me.
And then you're gonna take Red 13 instead of that person. So you can
Okay.
send Liga away, or you can send Recruit away.
Who should I send away?
It doesn't really matter. Right now, you'll have another chance to switch them up before you really get into all the boss fight stuff.
Okay.
Red 13. Alright, what's it gonna be? Not enough
we're gonna have to name
characters.
him DJFluffy.
That works. DJFluffy.
DJFluffy.
Now the question is, are we gonna tell him that we did this, or are we just gonna wait and see if he actually watches it?
No, I think we're gonna wait and see, because he told me when I talked to him the other day, that he really wanted to watch this.
Okay. That's good.
Oh shit, I need to actually...
I hope people actually enjoy watching this because I like watching it. I've already watched the first 8 or so when I was editing them and putting them together and stuff, and like I enjoy it. But
that's good.
A lot of it is us. Like if you've noticed, I've done less dialogue reading this time.
No,
I feel like we did a lot of that before.
Yeah, I was thinking of that as well. It's like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do so. What?
Maybe the funnier scenes, if I know what they are, maybe those will be worth doing, but like I don't think we need to necessarily do the dramatic scenes and things like that. We'll see though. We'll play it by ear. Maybe people will give us some insight once they start seeing episodes. I'd go ahead and cure. Good plan. So this is the first Genova fight. Genova is a very important character. The thing you saw in the capsule when you look in there, that's Genova. She's gonna play a very big factor in this game going forward. Because up till now, Shinra has been the bad guy, right? And they'll continue being the bad guy for a bit. But as you know, and as the world knows, Sephiroth is the real bad guy. He's the real villain of the game.
I see.
And we haven't even met him yet. But Sephiroth's, backstory and plot has to do with Genova. And this is where that story starts. When you finally got introduced to Genova. And right now you're gonna kick Genova's ass. Maybe. Oh, Cloud's taking those hits. Saving Liga. Yeah, hit that thing with prayer. Good. Ooh, Liga needs to be cured. Oh, she's dead.
I wonder if this will save her. It won't.
Oh, it doesn't. She has her limit break though, which is not supposed to happen. You can't be dead and have a limit break. That's funny. You can throw a Phoenix down at her though.
Oh, okay.
You got 4. Just don't throw it to the wrong person, or else it'll be wasted. Using those cheats.
Oh, fuck yeah, why not? They're there.
They are there. Can't.
You're judging me, I don't care.
Man, I'm not. I can't care either. I'd be using them. I'd play the whole game with that cheat on. Every attack would be limit breaks.
Oh, damn it.
Oh.
355 damage?
Oh yeah. He's probably overpowered right now because he's level 13. He's as strong as Cloud is right now. Probably stronger.
Oh my god.
No, he's good, but he will be edged out as you grow your characters.
I gotcha.
Yeah. What's really good about him, he has another limit break later. That it gives everyone haste and something else too. It's a good buff for everybody on your team.
Okay.
His theme sounds good. All right, so now you're splitting up again. Although I don't think this actually matters very much. What comes right after this?
I'm just gonna use the same team.
Yeah. So you're gonna.
Do we want to? How are we doing on time? Should we end this episode?
Yeah, we should. We're going to end this episode, and next time on Let's Play Podcast, we're going to continue the trials of Shinra Tower I know what's coming up next, and you might know what's coming up next, but Ben does not.
Nope.
And that's going to be awesome. Because the next
Nope.
part of this game is some of the coolest stuff in the game.
Whoop, whoop.
Alright, so see you guys. Bye.
Have a good one. You know, I was thinking with the PlayStation Now thing also.
Yeah.
I really want to play Arkham Origins.
Ooh, yeah. Me too.
That would just be a lot of fun.
I'd like to finish Arkham Knight too, but I'll get there one day.
Did you just start Arkham Knight?
I did, but I only rented it from GameStop, so I don't have it anymore. I played like 2 sessions of it, like 5 or 6 hours.
Gotcha.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah,
I had
that. I would love to do like a Let's Play podcast where I watch you play an Arkham game.
Oh, really?
Just with all of my Batman background.
That's true.
I'd love to watch it.
That could be a cool one. There's a lot of shit in those games that you could just dissect and talk about.
Oh, yeah.
I had a lot more fun playing it too after, because I did the stream the first time, the night that I started it.
Yeah.
When I played the next day by myself, I enjoyed it a lot more. Just being able to kind of pay attention to it, I guess.
Gotcha.
Alright, let's start with the next one.
Indeed.
We can talk about Batman if we want to.
Okay.